Today we're looking at the personnel file of James Bond. No, not that James Bond, the real James Bond. Mr. Bond was employed by the Special Operations Executive, SOE, the wartime organisation set up by Winston Churchill to set Europe ablaze during the Second World War, working with resistance groups and carrying out acts of sabotage throughout occupied Europe and beyond. You can find Mr. Bond's file at the National Archives in Kew, London. It's file HS9 1772. Sadly, it's a very thin file, but it does tell us a few things about Mr. Bond. For starters, he was Welsh. Mr. Bond was born on the 11th of June 1906 in South Wales. Secondly, he's got a middle name. He's Mr. James Charles Bond. Perhaps his parents were fond of the royal family. By the outbreak of war, he was married, living in Swansea, and employed as a sheep mill worker. He's described in the file as a cheerful and lively Welshman. Following the outbreak of war, Mr. Bond joined the army. He came to SOE's attention in May 1944 and was recruited the following month. His job? To train special agents overseas in the use of weapons and explosives. After he'd been trained himself, of course. Sadly, that's all the file really tells us about Mr. Bond. But what should we expect from the real international man of mystery?